Yes. Welcome to the show. Thank you to my live studio audience. So, let's talk about Mayor Karen Bass. This is the Afterglow show. Now, this show always plays after the main show. So, we just had Sandra Bullock and Ed Geller in here, and now we're going to do some Afterglow with Mayor Karen Bass. Now, this is particularly important to me because while California, my second home, was burning down, Mayor Bass was here in Africa. Now, in the traditions of the region she visited here, the Ewe and Fon peoples of Ghana and Togo, there is a concept called gebesa. It is called spoken power. It's a word that carries the energy of the Zo, which is a mystical force that can be wielded for protection or harm. A hunua is like a spirit specialist that has all these words, like me. And they have spells and powers there in Ghana. Now, the final step of the spell is embedding the Zo in the person directly. The text says, in this way, the person becomes the Zo. To activate its powers, one only needs to recite the Gebesa. One Hunua von Chujovi explained, they are supposed to be like emergency tools and arms that you can use to defend yourself and overcome your enemy, these Gebesa. When there are certain words and you are not initiated and you mention them, it will affect your psyche. Here is what the academic texts do not tell you. Karen Bass did not learn Gebesa, Gbesa. She learned something else, a glamour, a spell of appearance, a way to make words sound like honey and a face look like something it's not. It's not real African alien magic. See how she speaks. Her voice does not rise. Her voice doesn't crack. Her voice soothes you. Salamus. She told Fox 11, I felt absolutely terrible not being here for my city. She said it was a mistake. She said the preparation didn't happen. She said, would I say it was a mistake? Absolutely. And you voted her back. She did not resign from the shame. She did not apologize. She spoke. This spell works like this. You admit fault without accepting responsibility. You name the error without naming the consequences. You speak of the pain you caused without having to feel it. I know these spells. It's a glamour spell. We call it a gebesa of Karen Bass because she obviously got a strong one if you voted her in there. Now listen, on January 4, 2025, Karen Bass left America and went to Ghana. She was attending the inauguration of President John Dramani Mahama. She was meeting with Ghana's first female vice president, Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang. She was a delegation of one. The only mayor who thought Africa was more important than her own city. Donald Trump didn't even go to his own son's wedding. The National Weather Service had issued a fire weather warning on January 3rd. The mayor left on January 4th. The Palisades fire started on January 7. It would have become the worst wildfire in California history. Over 6,000 buildings were reduced to ashes. 23 people dead, thousands displaced, billions in damages. And Mayor Karen Bass Usegana. She did not come home until January 8, after the fire had been burning for over 24 hours. Yeah, my mom saying she saw on the television all the clothes and everything scattered all over the floor. And now Karen Bass was not there. Evacuation orders had been given, and still she wasn't there. The first bodies had been found, and she still wasn't there. And then when she finally did land, A Sky News reporter asked her a question and she didn't answer. She just walked past him. And that video went viral, of course, and Bill Maher called her the Nero of American politics, fiddling in Ghana while the city burned. Bill Maher said that. Now, here is what the spell hides. The reservoir built for firefighting had been empty for nearly a year. Dozens of fire engines were out of commission, waiting for repairs. The LAFD failed to deploy 1,000 firefighters in advance of the fire. The department has the same number of firefighters as it did in 1960, with call volume 5 times greater, but still. Rich Ramirez, Vice President of United Firefighters of Los Angeles City Local 112, he said, "We should be responding within 4.5 minutes." Madonna told you 4 minutes to save the world. There were almost 8 minutes when they called 911. When they sent counts, someone is having a heart attack, someone is trapped in a car, someone cannot breathe. The spell cannot hide these numbers. The spell cannot hide the dead, Karen Bass. And I own all the spells, so I'm revealing it. I'm collecting. In June this year, 2026, Kenneth Bass, the mayor's own brother, joined litigation against the city, the LA Department of Water and Power, and a range of other defendants. His Malibu home apparently was razed in the Palisades fire. Can you believe that? The New York Post asked the question that every Angelino is asking: how badly does a mayor have to perform for her own brother to sue the city she leads? Spencer, take care of these people. Bass downplayed the news through advisors who said Kenneth Bass's loss has long been publicly known and there are thousands of plaintiffs in the legal action. A loss is not the same as a lawsuit because it shows that you didn't even do your brother good. You're against your family. You like my ex-sister. Gone. The fact that thousands, some 40,000 are suing the city makes the case worse for Bass, not better, including your brother. The Los Angeles Times reported that Kenneth Bass, 78 years old, and his wife Cindy filed their lawsuit in LA County Superior Court on May 19th. They allege smoke inhalation injuries, emotional distress, mental anguish. Their Malibu home, which sat on 1.5 acres, panoramic view, Surfrider Beach, was destroyed. A whole guest house, a pool, putting green is the only thing that survived. The hilltop lot sold last year for $2 million. The spell cannot hide a brother's lawsuit. The spell cannot hide a $2 million lot. The spell cannot hide the fact that the mayor's own family has joined 40,000 others in saying you failed us. So they made off pretty well. I didn't get $2 million and a lawsuit. What kind of a thing is this? Now here's what your spell cannot help you with. Freddie Escobar was the president of the Los Angeles Firefighters Union. He spoke out about staffing shortages. He protested the firing of LAFD Chief Kristen Crowley, and he demanded answers. Mayor Bass called him to her City Hall office on January 10, 2025, and she shouted at him for making public statements about how they are underfunding the fire department. Wamteti Sawati, when are you gonna stop? And Escobar took it as a demand and not so subtle warning to either play the game or get out. Well, now you're playing my game, Bassie. Shortly afterwards, Escobar was removed from his position. A forensic audit found hundreds of thousands of dollars in union spending lacked documentation. Escobar made over 1,300 credit card transactions totaling more than $230,000 without documentation. Escobar does not mention the credit card misuse allegations in his lawsuit. He protests the allegations that he received excessive overtime payouts, saying his overtime was ordinary and fully consistent with department policy in a chronically understaffed agency. But we all know what it is. They set him up. Escobar was set up and now he's trying to dance around it. Don't worry, we know you're innocent. He is now suing Mayor Bass and the city of Los Angeles, claiming the mayor launched a public smear campaign against him. Where has she ever done that before? The crazy Bia? I can't say that in front of my mom. The spell cannot silence a whistleblower. Bia? The spell cannot make a lawsuit disappear. Bia? The spell cannot hide the fact that the mayor of Los Angeles used her office to threaten a union president who was just doing his job and then piled on fake credit card things on him. Over 250 tax-funded apartments sit empty today under Bass's signature master leasing strategy. Taxpayers are paying for all of those units regardless of how many are vacant and what they're doing with them with human traffic victims. The vacancy rate is nearly a third of all total units, far higher in any other program. It's nearly 4 times as high as the 9% vacancy rate for San Francisco's long-term housing for unhoused people. Then why are my tarot readers unhoused? Taxpayers pay an average of $3,400 monthly for each of these apartments. At that rate, the vacant units cost taxpayers about $880,000 a month, $10.6 million a year. And then Bass appoints half of... I cannot believe that. Bass appoints half of LAHSA's Housing Commission. Wait a minute. So Bass is working on the commission to protect homeless people and give them houses, but kodwa ngabanikezi ku-empty. Uhleli phezu kwemizi yabantu. Imizi ikhona ku-empty and i-rent iyakhokhelwa every month 10 million per year. Khokhela i-rent eyodwa i-apartment, but no one's inside. Bayayidla leyo mali. Mama. Because Lomea Upes, she hires half of the governing commission who decides this, and she served on it since appointing herself to it in October 2023 when I went to Asia. She's the only elected official on the commission. The information about the master leasing vacancies was in presentation slides originally attached to the public meeting agenda for the April 17 meeting of LAHSA's Finance Committee. The presentation was cancelled and its contents deleted from the public agenda after LAist asked LAHSA's management about the program. They deleted the evidence. The spell cannot be deleted. You can't delete public records with a spell, Karen. The spell can't hide $10 million in waste. The spell cannot make empty apartments into homes. Can you believe that? Even worse, in May 2026, last month, a Berkeley Institute of Government Studies poll commissioned by the LA Times, my friend, showed that 57% of likely voters view Bass unfavorably. Only 25% of Angelenos viewed her favorably. 63% of voters said things in their city are on the wrong track. Just 24% said they're going in the right direction. Mark DiCamillo, Berkeley IGS poll director, compared the results of the May poll to one conducted in March. The polls show Bass just standing in place while the other candidates are advancing. If you think things are going in the right direction, you're strongly for Bass. You're definitely on Bass's side, DiCamillo said. But the wrong track is where she's hemorrhaging, and she's getting it from both the left and the right. So Karen Bass is losing in the polls, but in the media, they tell us she's winning. So the media lies. Spencer Pratt, the reality TV star who finished third in the primary, took in about 26% of the vote. They swapped votes. I think they gave his votes to her and her votes to him. He said in a video, I didn't get into this for political power. I got into it to expose this corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. Don't worry, Spence. It's 0 day. You see, once I find out something, you're not going to get away with it. Spencer called Bass and the challenger Rahman moron. Called Bass and them morons. He called them commie animals. He said that. And corrupt communists. He said it. Telling Angelinos to pick your demon. Spencer said, Abaketi demon. We like Spencer. High five. Spencer knows demons. He. Ah! That's why we need Ayatsi. You see, Karen Bass is trying to destroy our studio. Okay, you come to me. Yay! Okay, that's for Spencer. Oh. See, you have to fight the demons. They everywhere. Read my book, Night Game, ARG. Ba. Lopez. Imagine abantu, their homes are burning down in America. Yena use Africa name friend. What are people and then amavoti athi urighti kodwa the abantu the real but you know ubani oqamba amanga la, someone's lying. The people in power. Well, it's over for them. Now, after saying pick your demons, Spencer also said, we have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign in shame. So Karen, Nithya, ask yourself if it's possible that one of your employees may have a recording of you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace. I have many things. But we don't need the public to know those things because then they will kill all of us. So we have to keep it secret. And you need to get out, Karen. So the spell cannot stop us, and your spell cannot silence whistleblowers. Your spell can't win an election when 57% of voters hate you. We know you're using magic. Okay? Karen Bass is not and never will be a Star Marine. She's a von Neumann operative, VNN op. Not because she's evil, because she's absent, because she's predictable, because she can be counted on to choose the spin over the truth, the institution over the individual, the spell over the substance. That is a zombie. Don't talk to her. Leave her alone. She doesn't exist. She learned the glamour in Ghana. She speaks words that sound like honey. She weaves a voice that soothes. She makes herself appear what she isn't. But the spell is broken. The dead cannot be glamored. The burnt bodies cannot be soothed away. They come to me at night. The 40,000 plaintiffs cannot be silenced. The 250 empty apartments cannot be hidden. The 57% of voters who view you unfavorably cannot be spelled away into supporters. Karen Bass serves Gavin Newsom, the nuisance. Newsom is a demon. Therefore, Bass is a demon. And not because she's cruel, because she's absent, because she's passive, because she's silent. The star is still moving, the waters have receded, the crab has put its home down, and Karen Bass is probably still in Ghana. That is the difference, and why we, the aliens, want Spencer Pratt now, immediately. So that was our read for Mayor Karen Bass. We trust her and her cronies have got the message. Now, let's see the cards. What God and Jesus say about Karen's mess. We're going to do these. Let's do this one. This is more for judgment. She's trying to escape. What is she? Hawe ma uyaba ikhadi imali waphansi ukuthi umuntu uzama ukubaleka. Buka ukuthi uzama ukubalekelisana. This is what she's trying to run away from. Ikhadi lokufa lelo. Lokuthi ngimbambile. Futhi ngimbambile and ngiyaqhanja futhi ufuna ukubaleka. Mawuthola lelo sekuphelile yonke into khohle. Wonke umuntu uzokwazi kuzoba public ufa yonke indawo. Ingqondo, physically, spiritually, publicly, socially, financially. Futhi ebusuku uyaphupha kabi. So we're going to put that first. See, that's my thing. When you try and hide things or run away, I'll put it front and center. So that's what you get. Okay, so this is what Karen Bass is getting. So now I'm opening a door into the Klipothic realm. So they have something called a Klipoth in Kabbalah. It's the same as this world, except it's upside down. And that's where we put nightmares. I'm just explaining it in English for y'all. Okay. Ila ophupha khona mawubona izinto ezisapsayo. Leyo ndawo engathi namatshe inini. Ubelonga lapho. Okay, so why are we putting her? Yabo isnake sakhe singaphansi ukuthi idlozi ngeke liphume. So no ancestor can help you because it's stuck beyond this firmament and we're up here in the realms. Okay, so why are we putting her in spirit jail? They're all popping up. Let me see. Yes, because she does not. Did you see that lift up?
Oh.
Because you do hoodoo, not voodoo. Voodoo's real. It's got saints and God. Ask Jill Bryant. Because she said the line. I love Jill. Jill, I'm having you on the show. Okay, so this is why we're putting you in jail. Because you are a witch. B. Okay, and what is she going to learn in jail? Yeah, exactly, to fight for yourself and stop using magic. She's going to learn to stop using magic. Ayibonele. Ngoba usebenzisa umagic ukuthi angaphendula izinto, so usezoyibonela ke manje. Ngoba ngeke samsiza. Okay, and then what psyche, what craziness are you going to give her? Uzohlanya kanjani? She's going to lie. She uses words. So she's going to catch herself in a lie. Queen of Swords. Bugag. Sword. Yeah, it's working. Good. Okay, so she's just going to lie and she won't know she's lying. It's a mess. She's going to be like one of my ex-friends, that girl, Chutney. Yeah, she's going to be like that. Okay, so why am I coming to fetch Karen's soul? What did she do to me in a past life or to my family? Oh, she thought she was clever. Again, you've got the black and the white. So here I'm seeing that she stole something from our family bloodline using authority. Under the guise of authority, under a shield of protection. She was supposed to do something quickly, but she failed. She did it slowly, and that's why. Because the karma was for her to do it quickly, whatever it was. And since she didn't, she's now dead. So let's see, why is she going through this? Why is God doing this now? Like, what about forgiveness? No. Yeah, corruption. You remember 6 of coins in the other one in tenor, either you give the money to the good people or the bad people. Lena, it means you just do whatever. Unikezi ukuthi uthatha imali yegovernment anikeze nombani. Like a personal piggy bank. That's why I like these cards. So Africa. So yeah, this is lying. When you put the sun in a box, this is someone who's trying to control funding, control means of influence. That's the word. Means of influence and controlling it. In this case, it's in a bad way. So you're being punished because you're messing up ancestral lines. You're like the Pope. Okay, so what did we take away from her that made the secret fall? How did she get caught? This is me. This is Archangel Raziel. So we have 4 cards on the show. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, High Priestess, and 5 of Swords. Whenever we see those 4 cards, it means you messed with one of our angels and aliens, and Jesus is going to eat you. So I asked the question, what did we take away from her to make this happen? I came in. We took away the magic. I'm magic. So that's why everything of yours is finished. You're gonna be in so much debt. You're gonna wish you could buy milk in a back alley. Okay, so what is happening to her now? What movie, what genre are you in now? Did we put you in? Everyone knows you're a witch, okay? There. That's what we put you in. We put you in Star Marine. And Charmed is not, pardon?
Star Marine.
Yes, and Charmed is not going to help you either because they're under us. Okay? So what power did we take from her again? So this will go with the lying. So the thing we took away from you will make you lie, and you won't even know you're lying, and that people know you're lying. You'll just lie, and you'll smile. It'll just be obvious. So what did we take? We took your opportunities. So your mind, these are ones, so ingqondo. She can't decide what's real, what's fake, who's against her, who likes her. Whenever someone talks to her, she thinks they're spying on her. So she doesn't know who to tell the truth. So then it stays in her mind, and it gets more anxious and more anxious until they either confess or they run on the street naked or something, because it's too much pressure. So we took away her coolness. Oh, look how beautiful that is. So Yakumbulala, I said idlozi, because this position is your secret intelligence. So this is what God normally gives you to withstand anything. So here's the ancestor, the Naga. Here it's venerated. But here we are it's trapped. So we took away your ancestral power. All your ancestors are bound for 3,000 years, including your brother, your whole family. It works by blood, all bound, and anyone connected to you, including Newsom. Yes, Newsom. Everyone who's Newsom's friend is finished. And here it is, proven. New number 1. Okay, so there you go. That's why I like Palmer, Manly Palmer. He always gives me. Okay, now, what is she thinking? I know we're running a bit over. We're doing some very intense, I'll take it. Oh, this writes itself. So ikhadi leli mali bheke kanje umuntu right ngengqondo mali nje uyahlanya. Okay, you're crazy now. Officially, you are crazy. Karen Bass is officially nuts. Here. Because you see what I did? This black magic that she was using, when you see these 5, it's black magic. You know why? Because these 5 things are open, which means demons can come in. You can have this, but it must all be closed. When it's like this, it's evil. So now, if you have the card like this, it means you are strong, because this is our card 4, and you overcome through isolating yourself and meditating. You overcome magic. No magic can hurt you, because you initiate. But if it comes out like this, it means you will be crazy. You see, there's the devil. Yabo?
Yeah.
I-goat.
Yeah, ngoba kuhlangene.
Kodwa yabo i-goat nazi indlebe.
Oh, lapha
Yeah, na i-locals, i-beard.
ngiyayibona.
And na intshebe ye-goat. Imbuzi. And uyazi ukuthi thina imbuzi siyayazi kankosi. So this means you are now under my control. You come here to get magic, Here it is. You obviously didn't follow the rules. There's rules to magic. They probably told you don't tell anyone, don't eat bread on Fridays, and you ate bread when you were at a party on a Friday and you thought it was fine. No. Okay, so that now we've made you crazy. Now Satanas is in your head. He's out of our life. So basically, amademon kade wathumela kuthina aseyohlala naye. Yes, they're going home where they belong. And let's see what she understands if her mind is still there. If you haven't snatched it up already. Don't mess with actors. That's what you understand. Because when I was given this mission, when I went to Asia, the reason I had to tell everyone I was making a movie is because Jesus Christ of Nazareth said to me, when you get there, tell everyone A, that you're a king, and that B, you're making a movie, because they're going to learn how to treat actors from now on. They're going to learn how actors are from now on. So yes, this is for the actors. You see, the actor has a long sword. It's cups, it's a wraith of cups, but he has a long sword. About we use words. Our words go very far.
Yeah.
And we also use the feminine principle of words. That's why they have this female thing.
Yeah.
The womb. And inside the womb is enlightenment and peace. And then here we protect our brain. We wear a shield. But look, you can see his face. Yeah, remember the other guy, you couldn't see his face because it's a secret message. This one, you can see his face because it's acting. You must be seen in public. You must be famous. And then here's the shield. This represents what we stand for, our kingdom. It's cups, emotions. And then you can see we are outside the kingdom, which means we are recruiting. So this whole show, this segment of Afterglow, this Afterglow episode, is actually a recruitment video for me for aliens who are against Bass and for Spencer Pratt and people like him. So if you agree with Spencer Pratt, you agree with me. If you agree with me, you get everything you want. As proven. Okay, so Bass understands that you don't mess with actors anymore. I'm going to go a little bit over so we can check. This lady who made these tarot cards died penniless. Paula Coleman Smith. So we need to always remember that. Don't mess with artists. And that's why we like President Trump, because he signed the act. I always call you Donald because I've been knowing you since before you were the president. So it's more casual. I only knew other people when they became. Okay, so relax. Human command, relax. In the realms, Karen and Miss Sewell in the sewer. Okay. Did we kill her in the realms? Yes. This means God says it. When you see this one, uNkulunkulu uthi, yeah, we killed her in the realms. As above, so below. It is done. I don't question God. He said it's done. It's done. What do you want me to do? Spencer, put the crystals down. I can hear you. And I like you, but, I'm trying to get Garoppolo. So put the crystals down and then put Garoppolo before you go out, okay? I don't know Spencer. I know him from the crystal realm. Okay, so thank you so much for coming to the show. I love hosting the Afterglow. And we're actually working on a new show called I Cannot. And that's going to be a kind of a weekend show. I got that from Mermaid. I asked her in the realms. She told me I can. So yes, Mermaid Prophetess invented child, I cannot. It's a catchphrase. And so that's going to be a new show coming soon. It's in development for the weekend section, like an hour every weekend. You'll see. And I loved it. So coming up next, We're going to chill and eat. So stay tuned after these messages as we get uKaren. Ume, angithi usizwile usefile book. Sephelile. Just like that. Sihambile. Ngitholile. Okay, so we're gonna do what did we say? Gay for pay or something. Something about that. We did Don't Trust Men. Now we'll tell you something. Okay, we'll see you then. Tune in, it will be fun. You're in a playlist, probably. Just wait for the next video. See you next time on the Late Flight Show Afterglow. Keep clapping if you want.
Ngifuna ukubona